6,552.
It is no longer Thursday, January 3rd. We are now on Friday, January 4th, and we're still trying to...
Captain's log. 6 weeks later, and I'm still trying to film podcast episode 74.
Okay, so...
Hello, everybody. Through all the treats in the house. We now have to leave and go buy new ones. There's a cat sitting in the hallway expecting his treat.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Toad TV. And the hell that is this podcast? This is, oh God, here comes the other one. This is,
You're taking all 6 of us. One frame.
This is take number 5, I think. We're still trying to get it started.
We don't even know what this is anymore.
Anyway, I am Mary Beth. You can I have to think about that for a minute. I'm Mary Beth. You can find me all over as Mary Beth 494.
I am Helen. You can find me as Helen HG69. We are the Crafty Toads.
Yes.
We are Toad Hollow, our company. We make yarn, bags,
All sorts of good
all
stuff.
sorts of things. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And we've been trying to do this for a little bit now.
For about,
6 weeks.
yeah.
Actually.
All
A
things
week.
considered.
I mean,
Oh, well, we have
with
been
the
trying
camera
to...
actually out and focused on us, probably about 20 minutes.
Yeah. This
We've
is
been
take
talking
number 4.
about episode 74 since last week.
We have gone through 2 different types of treats so far, trying to keep the dogs quiet. So, and hopefully it will continue.
Yeah.
All right, we have our Christmas tree behind us. This is the last you will see of it because this baby is coming down very soon.
The first and last.
Yep. Because it's drying out like crazy. So we have lots and lots to talk about.
We do. And we have it all in show notes, in a brand new journal. We're so organized.
And now look at this.
Drink it in. The last you're going to see of it. My organization skills for New Year's, it usually lasts about, 5 days.
4 days, 5 days.
So, our expiration is coming up.
Right. This baby's winding down quickly.
However, for right now, we have show notes.
Episode 74. Can you believe we're on 74?
I know. We actually have a lot of show notes.
Because we got lots to talk about.
So,
And
settle in. There's a lot of admin to begin with.
okay, and so I have
Should we start
my
with
drink.
Okay. Oh, are we doing drinks?
Yeah, I have my drink. I'm drinking water because I've had my tea already, but I'm drinking water.
I was drinking water when we
sweater weather,
first started.
and now you've moved to gin.
I'm drinking vodka now.
It is still. It's before noon. I will point this out.
Not anymore at 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're after. Oh God. Okay. Start. We're gonna be going through on like 1.5 speed to try to get through everything. Okay, go ahead.
Because now we're chasing the post office too.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. What are we doing?
Okay, so first off, we have a giveaway to announce. Last podcast, we showed you the yarn from the December knit crate, and we had everybody. Oh, can you pull it up so we can read her answer?
Oh, I don't have it like memorized, but yeah.
So
We asked you. We told you about one of our Christmas disasters.
right. So we asked for
several
Yeah.
of our Christmas disasters.
So in our Ravelry group, we asked you to, and on the YouTube comments, to tell us about your Christmas disasters, and the winner is Schlamoxy, and Mary Beth will...
Okay, her Christmas disaster was she was a new bride. She had made this wonderful dinner, invited 4 couples, and it was before cell phones and everything like that. And she was waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally she called the 4 couples, and the one that answered said that they had forgotten. The other 3 she couldn't get on the phone, and she was so upset. And her husband was just home from Vietnam, and he went off to the barracks and brought home a bunch of soldiers who didn't have anywhere to go for Christmas, and they stopped and got her chocolates and flowers. And she said it was one of her worst Christmases, but also one of her best Christmases, because these soldiers didn't have families to go home to, so they had dinner with them instead, which I thought was such a nice story. Really nice story. It was a bit of a disaster to begin with, but you turned it into something so beautiful. So, Schlamoxy, please get in touch with us and send us over Ravelry, either myself, Mary Beth 494, or Helen at HelenHG69. Send us your address and we will send you out the December knit crate.
And thank you to everybody for sharing. We had a lot of fun reading through everybody's.
And we are very sorry for some of them, because some of them were really kind of devastating. But very sorry about all that. But yeah, so that was that. Okay, next.
Okay, next, we are doing a make-along.
Ta-da!
If you follow us on Instagram, we did a quick little video on it. And we are doing the New to You make-along. We have joined in. We are not the organizers.
Thank God, because, this way it may actually get done.
It is organized by Cocktail Hours at the Coop, which is a great podcast. You guys should go watch them. And they are Arrow Acres Farm is their Ravelry group. So, you may talk about. You may speak now.
Okay. I'm putting you on the spot. Okay, so it's Liz and Leanne Coppola. They are the hosts of Cocktail Hour at the Coop. They came up with this idea of doing a make-along. It's New to You make-along, so you're supposed to pick something that you haven't done before. And they asked some of their friends, like Paige the Framer, to do it, and she extended it out from there and asked us if we would like to join in. And we now have, I think, like 15 or 20 people who are all co-hosting this.
Yeah, it's going to be a big...
It's going to be a big thing. As Paige said, the rules are as loose as you would like to make them. There really aren't very many rules. It should be something new to you. So if you are doing a new pattern, basically that's new to you. Right. So you could do, or you could do it, make it a little bit stricter, and you could do, say, brioche if you've never done brioche. I've never made a pair of mittens, so I'm going to try and make a pair of mittens. I'm also trying some new lace patterns that I haven't done before, and I might try and start a colorwork sweater, because I have not done a colorwork yoke sweater. So I have lots of plans. You have already started one of your new to you things.
No.
I'm sorry.
I have finished.
Started and finished one of her new to you
And
things.
it's a brand new craft.
So you could do that if you want. There are lots and lots of different ideas that you can do.
I mean, yeah, really the only rules are it started January 1st, it ends February 14th.
You don't even have to finish.
Right.
And
it doesn't have to start. You can use whips.
Right.
It's just
try something new and put it in.
join the conversation.
Right.
It's really to get everybody together talking about
crafts,
crafting, and new stuff for them.
Allison from Daisy Lane Designs is making a fitted garment, so she is sewing.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be knitting. It can be sewing, it can be weaving, it can be paper crafting, whatever you like.
One of mine is cross stitch. I'm going to try and start a double knitting project. That may or may not happen.
We have some plans, some ideas.
So
yeah, no, it's just a way to get you like jump starting something new.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is, if you are on Instagram, use the hashtag NewToYouMAL. One word, no numbers, just spell everything out. NewToYouMAL.
Stop it.
If you use that hashtag, when they search that hashtag, your projects will come up. Our Cocktail Hour at the Coop is going to pick the grand prize winner. The grand prize winner is going to win something from all the different hosts. So we will be donating a prize. Paige from Paige the Framer is going to donate a prize. Allison from Daisy Lane Designs is going to donate a prize. Julie from Sweet Sparrow Knits is part of it. Treehouse Knits is part of it. There are a ton of people.
Row. I mean, there are tons of people. And
right.
So it's just going to be...
Everybody is going to be donating a prize. So that the grand prize winner gets something from all of us.
Right.
It's going to be huge. And then some of the other podcasters, including us, are going to be picking a separate prize for our followers.
And that will just be one thing from us.
Right. So the grand prize winner will be picked from either Instagram using the New to You Mal hashtag, or from Arrow Acres Farms Ravelry group. They've got a thread open in the Ravelry group. You have to be part of their Ravelry group or using that hashtag on Instagram to be picked for the grand prize winner.
So if you're not on Instagram, don't worry. Go to Ravelry, join Arrow Acres Farms group, and post in their thread.
Right. For our group, we are going to pick, we've set up a thread on our Ravelry group, the Crafty Toads, and we are going to pick our prize winner from there.
Right, but that will not get you into the grand prize.
Right. If you just enter our thread, you will not be entered into the grand prize. You've got to enter the Arrow Acres Farm thread on Ravelry.
Or Instagram.
Or Instagram. I think that covers that.
I think so. It's, yeah.
Big thing is, ends February 14th.
And just come join and have a conversation.
Right.
Just anytime you put up your progress, just start something.
Right. Oh, and you can enter as many different projects as you want.
Yeah.
So if you start something and say, I'm bored with this, I'm going on to this, enter that new
Right.
thing. So you can enter, it doesn't, and as we said, you don't have to finish it, you just have
And
to
it
start
could be, you start it and, wow, I hate this.
Right.
So there you go. You learned. I hate this.
And put up a picture of it and say, okay,
Hated
this
that.
wasn't for me.
Right.
I'm moving on. So there was that. Oh, there was something else I was going to say. Oh, and you can enter as many of the different threads as you want. So you can enter into Arrow Acres Farm and ours and anybody else who puts up a thread on Ravelry. You can enter all of them.
Just go to their Ravelry page too and see all the different
See a bunch of
co-hosts.
different hosts. Okay.
And just search us on Ravelry.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
So, next
Next.
we have a whole bunch of stuff that we're selling to you.
Okay.
So, brief interlude for,
Cleaning up after cats. All right. Should we start with Harry Potter?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
We have a Harry Potter club. It's such a letdown after what we just cleaned up, but
good news is she didn't throw up on that, so.
okay. So we have a Harry Potter club. It is for 3 months. It will go January through March. You are paying for all 3 months. It's $90. That includes the shipping, and
It's a mystery.
Yes. We are closing the listing on January 15th, and the first yarn will go out January 25th, and then in and around the 15th to the 20th of each consecutive month for February and March. And it's so cool.
It is. So,
Because I already
and
done-
it's different.
yeah,
It's not going to be like, we're not doing Ron or whatever. It's
right. Got something. Oh, it's so cool. I love
Yeah.
our first yarn. Really love the first one. So that is the Harry Potter. That's listed in the shop.
come join us there.
ToadHollowNJ.com.
Then we have our year-long club, which is 12 months, and you can either buy all 12 months at once, and you will get all 12 months at once. It's going to come all individually wrapped in a decorative box, and you can either open them all at once, you can open them once a month, you may do whatever you like. We will send you a reminder each month to open that month. Or you can buy it one at a time, and if you sign up for the first month, we will then invoice you each consecutive month, and you can just indicate that you will not be continuing by not paying the invoice.
Right. So if you don't pay that invoice for the next month, we will
wouldn't-
not
we're not
continue
gonna
to send you.
Yeah.
It'll just be-
Once you don't pay for a month, then we assume that if you want to join up again, you'll come in and buy again.
Right.
So that is going to be Mystical Beasts, and that will not be a surprise, and that is available. And
We got our first one.
okay,
Okay.
show this. She's going to show you the inspiration first.
This is the inspiration.
And this is all Mary Beth had cut. She did such a good job.
Okay. So,
It doesn't really let you.
okay. I'm hoping you're going to be able to see it.
Yeah, you can
So,
see it. So
okay.
it's the Akami.
The Akami
Which is
is the serpent-like beast in the back. Okay. So, you hold that. That's the Akami. All right. And then here's the yarn. Oh my God. I love this yarn so much.
Okay, you're not getting the green.
Okay, so
So-
here, there's the green
All right, let me get this.
and berry.
Because you're not,
the
it's
berry.
totally
It's
dark.
too dark.
It's too dark.
Okay, so maybe you hold it and it'll hit the light better.
Because it's not doing it justice.
Oh, there, you can see the
Okay.
green and then pull towards me. Nope. like hold it like that. You hold it though, because you were holding it at the right angle.
Okay.
And then just pull the yarn towards me so it's more in the middle. There you go. Okay. Now slowly rotate it like that. Okay. So there's berry and blue and green, and then there's speckles of orange, and
holding it back here, you don't get how appley green. There we go. That green is. It looks really dark foresty green, and it's not. So.
it's really bright, and it's
Yeah.
got grays and stuff in it. It's so pretty. I love it.
Okay. So this one is also up in the shop. To either buy Akami, and you can just come in and buy Akami, and if that's the only one you want, that's totally fine. We'll just send you an invoice next month, and just don't pay it. That's fine. But you'll be able to see when we send you the invoice, we'll have what the yarn is, so you can make an informed decision,
Right.
as to whether you want to continue each month.
Right.
So, but this is gorgeous.
So this year we're just doing it a little bit differently. Instead of opening it up for 3 months or 6 months or the year, we're just
Right.
offering either a month by month thing or the year, and we're sending the whole year in a decorative box, one fell swoop, and then you get to open as you like.
And then if you want to just get, no, I just want it every month, then just buy the first month and we'll invoice you each month.
Right.
So,
That's our first one.
Akami,
Really love it. So
Come
pleased
by
with
us.
that. Okay.
come buy us. Come buy the yarn.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
All right. That's that.
Next up, book club.
That's right.
We
We have so much going on.
oh, we should probably mention the trunk show.
Okay.
I don't have it on the list. Anyway, people asked us if we were going to be doing another book club, and we said, okay. But the-
Here, twist my arm, make
Right.
me read a book.
We'll do it in January. So we mentioned on a prior podcast, The Princess Bride is the book we are reading, because if you have not read the book yet,
Read the book.
read yourself.
It's such a good book.
And we're going to listen to it because I believe Rob Marshall, who directed
Rob
Reiner,
Bob Reiner.
who directed the movie, is the narrator. So we are going to listen to the book, and we're very excited. 'Cause
We
have
also-
both read the book, seen the movie a lot.
We are also, I think, are going to try and listen to Carrie Elwes's book.
Oh, right,
Behind
and
the
do
Scenes.
As You Wish
Right.
is his book, which I would assume is read by.
Yes, I think so. So we're going to try and listen to that one as well, because that's the behind the scenes of filming the movie, which, from what I understand,
And a lot of people have told us that we have to read that one because it's really very good. So
because there was a lot going on.
yeah,
with that movie.
it was the 80s.
Okay. Also, if you haven't seen the movie, treat yourself. Read the book
first.
and then treat yourself to the movie, because both of them, in their own separate way, are awesome.
Yeah, they are just equally as good as the other.
Because I just saw something that somebody was reading the book, and she had seen the movie. She had never read the book, and it just floored her how much funnier the book was than
Yeah.
the movie. Because the book is hysterical.
Yes.
By the way, William Goldman wrote the book. He also wrote the screenplay for The Princess Bride, and he did the screenplay for one of our favorite movies, which Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Because, I'm sorry, Robert Redford, Paul Newman. Enough said.
Paul will kill you.
Another really good movie. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
So, the listing for that is active. We have an anxious dog.
Okay, so with the listing,
So we have yarn, which we're going to show you. We have a bag, which we're not going to show you.
that we're going to show you later.
Yeah, there'll be a picture later. We have the yarn, the bag. You can add the book, and we'll send you the book if you like. And then we have the extras.
This
And
time we are offering
kinda-
the extras.
We kind of waffle back and forth whether we do extras or not, and we came up with a lot of good extras.
Yes.
We're doing extras. Those are a surprise.
Okay, so also we are going to be holding a book discussion as a live video on Facebook. Look at Helen's face. She doesn't know about this yet. We're going to do a live Facebook feed to discuss the book. We have to pick the day and the time, and we'll let you know, but it's going to be like early February sometime. But we're going to do a live feed.
Probably going to be later February because we're not shipping this till the end of the month.
Okay. Right. Okay, so mid-10 February, we're going to have a live discussion of the book and the movie on Facebook. It is going to be something where you can type in stuff, but you can't feed into it. But you can watch us blather on if you like. All right, moving on.
Okay, so that is the admin, I believe.
Oh, there is a pattern that goes.
Oh, right.
There's a pattern.
Well, you didn't show the yarn.
No, because we're going to do it with my thing.
Oh, okay. We're showing the yarn later.
Okay.
And the pattern later.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Last admin.
Okay.
We have a trunk show coming up.
Yeah.
We are doing a trunk show at Chelsea Yarns. January 19th.
Saturday,
January 19th.
which
So,
is
2 weeks from tomorrow.
I'm going to vomit. 2 weeks from tomorrow. And
Okay.
we're designing new bags for her
Right.
that are
Awesome.
those are coming. Those will
So
be
Those will
available.
be debuted there. That'll be through Christina. But we're going to have new bags, styles.
One of which we're going to show you later.
Because we're working on a
really
new
cool.
style, and we'll show you the prototype
Yeah.
later on.
All right. So are we ready to move on?
I think we are on to whips.
Whips or finished objects?
Do you have a finished object?
Well, we do have the finished objects that we finished and gave as presents.
Right.
I had shown the socks that I was making for my brother. I was going to give them to him for his birthday. We wound up giving them to him for Christmas because I finished them just in time for second Christmas. And because in our family, we can't just have one Christmas. No, with family coming in from out of state, we had 2 Christmases. But I finished them just in time for second Christmas, and he was very, very appreciative of them. I have...
Neither one of us thought to take a picture of the
I
gifts
know.
we gave him. So
And we were just up there for New Year's, and I'm like, oh, I have to make sure I take a picture of this, and then I didn't. Anyway, I have 2 tiny little nubbin balls over because I split the yarn in half to do 2 at a time, and 2 tiny little nubbin balls left. So that is all that is left of the yarn. Size 11.5 feet.
yeah.
I do it once a year, and that's all I'm doing.
I made his mittens. They were the waffle mittens that I used our worsted weight yarn holding mohair. He loved them.
It was exactly what he wanted.
The temperature has not dipped below 40 degrees, so he hasn't been able to test them. But
But he
from what
tried
I
them on.
hear, that is coming.
Right.
So
But he tried them on, and they were exactly what
Right.
he wanted. So they were really cool. And you're going to be showing something similar to them in a little bit anyway. So
yes,
we've got that. All right. But you have a finished object to show.
I do. I was gonna kind of do it as.
But it's not really finished yet.
Well, no, I have to do the back.
Yeah.
So it's not.
So it can still be considered a whip.
Okay. So we're doing whips.
Here we go. Whip it out.
So as we were talking about the new to you make along, I am doing cross stitch. I've mentioned before my arm has been bothering me a little bit, and I finally decided that I should probably not stop knitting for a little bit.
Not
Stop knitting. That I should probably stop knitting for a little bit. So we had bought these cross stitch patterns at TNNA from vendors that were across the hall from the
Hallway.
from us.
The
To go
aisle.
across the aisle. And I decided to pick one out and try it.
Do you remember who it's from?
It is from the Stranded Stitch. And I will just show it. I don't have the pattern. So this is it.
It looks so pretty.
And I really, really enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. It was so fun watching it come out. And it's counted cross stitch, so you get the blank canvas, you find your center, and then you count off all your stitches. And it was just, I really thought, I might get bored just doing X's all the time, but I loved it. Very simple.
I think part of it is her color choice because her
Yeah.
colors are gorgeous.
And going all the way around.
Yeah. We have to center it in the hoop a little
I have
bit.
to center it in the hoop. I have to, she tells you how to finish it with a damp cloth and ironing.
Oh, okay.
And then I have to tuck it back because I was going back and forth as to whether I would frame it in an actual frame or whether I would leave it in the hoop. And I've decided I'm going to leave it in the hoop. So I not only have to frame it, I have to get this
the
so
right
this is on
way,
top.
right?
And then I will just hang it somewhere. But I really enjoyed it.
It's beautiful.
And it all came about because we found a woman in Italy who designs the most perfect cross-stitch patterns for us.
For us.
And I wanted to jump right in there and order all the patterns. And Mary Beth was the
They're
voice
kind
of
of
reason.
expensive.
Well, it's also shipping from Italy, and don't do that.
Well, I think what you do is, A, you decide if you like it.
Right.
Then B, you save a little bit and you get like 3 or 4 of them.
Right.
And have her ship all of them at once.
So I pulled this one out to make sure that I was going to like it. And guess what I'm going to be doing?
Yeah. This is her new to you
Ordering.
make along
Yeah.
thing.
So this is my new to you make along, finished already.
When
Now,
did you
granted,
start
I started it. I had it going at second Christmas, so I think I started it like
Right around Christmas Day?
maybe the day after. I think I did. I started the day after Christmas because
Right, so
that was my day to just.
Okay, so 26, that's 5 plus 4. That's 9 days. That's just a little over a week, and you finished this a couple of days ago. So that you did well within a week.
Yeah, and the first couple of days, this was all I was doing because I was really trying to give my arm a rest. And then once I gave my arm a rest, what I have been doing since then is I do a day of, like one day I'll do cross stitching and then the other day I'm knitting.
Okay.
But
David sent us presents for the dogs. And David, that's your present for Drusilla. She is sitting there with
she's
her
saying,
head up,
thank you very much. That
just squeaking
was
away.
very generous of you.
She loves it. She absolutely loves it. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, so I will be ordering patterns from Italy.
Yeah.
Because I just really enjoyed this. And so once I even get my arm back working, I think I'll continue to do it.
What we'll do is we'll put a link in the show notes.
Yeah.
And
You can
link
go
to
see
hers.
hers.
It's Madame Chantilly on.
It's Madame Chantilly XXX.
Okay.
Because I always think she's a porn star. On Etsy.
But we'll link to her
And they're
shop
just
so you can
really
see.
fun, whimsical cross-stitch patterns. And the fun thing is that I was doing this at second Christmas, and it turns out my mother adores doing cross-stitch. And so it would be another fun thing that we could share with her.
Right.
So we'll probably grab her a pattern from Italy as well.
I just adore those colors
Yeah.
so much.
And it's just going to be so pretty. I mean, what we're thinking is, if you see the light behind us, the sconce, we're going to hang it from one of the wall sconces. And it'll just be a pretty, and it's a good,
It's the perfect size
and
to hang
the
down.
phrase "good vibes only" is a very
Right.
good reminder to slap us in the face with sometimes.
Right.
So, motto 2019.
Good vibes only.
So,
Okay.
really enjoyed it.
Cool. Very cool. All right, my first whip is, I'm going to go with my socks. These are my Peter Rabbit socks.
Peter Rabbit socks today? Okay.
Peter Rabbit socks. These are the socks I was working on. I put these aside because I worked on my brother's socks exclusively for pretty much almost all of December. But then once those were done, I jumped back on these. This is a pattern club from Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears, and she did 3 for Miss Potter. One was Jemima, one was Peter, and the third is
Hunka Munka.
okay. We haven't done we both have finished the Jemimas.
Yes.
Right?
I'm like, I'm wearing them. No, I was wearing them yesterday.
So we both have finished the Jemimas, and we're both working on the Peter right now. And
Some of us are further than others.
well, all right, here are mine, and I
Broken
just
arm.
put in my heel. My yarn that I am using it's called Dragonfly and Amber. It was my present from sister number 3 last year. It is the Yarn at Home Mom, and it's her 75-25 superwash nylon mix. So this is what
So pretty.
It's beautiful. I love it. And then I decided to do a contrasting heel, and I took our Free Spirit yarn and put it on. And I absolutely adore the way they look.
You know, that could be a new to you too, because you just did 2 heel flap and gussets on the same needle,
Yes.
which is new to you. I believe it may be new to the world.
All right, so you know how I like to do 2 at a time. And I decided that for this sock, I am going to follow the pattern, because normally what I do is a 2 at a time garter stitch heel, or a 2 at a time stockinette stitch heel, but short rows, because they're made to do 2 at a time on the needle, magic loop on the needle. And I decided I'm going to follow her directions and just do it as she's got it written.
When you said that, I'm like, all right, you're gonna be taking those socks off the needle. But
and I thought, you know what, I'm going to
proved me
try.
wrong.
I'm going to try, and I'm just going to take it and do the stitches as she says, and then if I get to a problem, I'll see what happens. So I did it, and going back and forth, doing the heel flap, that was fine. Doing decreasing for the gusset, that was fine. Picking up the stitches, that was fine. And then she's got it that you've got your stitches that you've picked up, you put on a marker, you knit across half of your top row needle, then you move that back to the back needle, and you basically, your new start of round is now in the middle of the top, and you're going to go around
Which
that
is
way.
how you do a heel flap and gusset, right?
Right. And at one point I had like over 40 stitches on the front needle and maybe 16 on the back needle. And I had to put it on waist yarn and get it all together. I have gotten it figured out. I have now gotten it to the point where I am not doing that. I know where I'm supposed to decrease. So I'm hoping that is the only reason that you need to do it is just so you know where to decrease. So that I know where the decrease is. It's at the beginning and the end of this particular needle, so that
You may run into a problem when you have to join it back up.
yeah,
But look,
We'll see.
you know how a sock gets put together, which is,
yeah,
I think, 3/4 of the battle.
right.
Is understanding what you're doing and what you could be doing wrong. And you hacked it already. It's not something that you could ever write down and explain to somebody how to do. But I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. So right now I've turned both my heels,
I don't think it's ever anything I'm going to do.
and I'm starting to decrease the gusset stitches.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
You know, it's just I'm following.
But
the
look,
form.
it's something that, if it works out and everything, you're gonna be like, I figured that baby out.
Yep. You were gonna say something.
I did. I realize this is a family show and I probably should.
So anyway, here is my sock. Here is my heel. I have 2 of them. I also have a southern accent for some reason. Don't know why that happened. Anyway,
That's okay, I'm cursing like a sailor, you have a southern accent. It's just...
another day in the household with here at the Hollow. Okay, so here are my 2 socks. That's where I am so far. I am really kind of excited. I got excited once I added the different color for the heel.
The yellow goes so well.
It
with
really
that yarn.
does. And I think that may be one of the reasons people add different color heels. Excuse me, Tabitha walked by and Spike decided that wasn't going to happen.
Not in his house.
Anyway, I got so excited when I put the different color in that I wanted to do the heel and just continue working on them as much as possible.
Yeah.
So that's it was.
So now when are you going to re-enter the color?
It already has.
Oh, you're doing it for the gusset. So you've just done the heel flap, the flap and the heel. And now you're putting the color back in.
Yeah, because she said, because in the pattern she calls for a different color heel.
Oh,
and
okay.
I cut the contrasting yarn when she said to.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I kind of think she has it this way.
Okay. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's why
This is Dudley.
This is who Spike just chased out of the room, and he's come to tell me.
Anyway.
Our poor dud of a cat. 20 pounds in my arms.
Those are my Peter socks. I'm really, really happy knitting them. I'm enjoying it very much. Okay, go ahead.
I also started the Peter socks, and then they kind of get put aside by Christmas knitting, my arm, and everything. I am doing them out of biscotti yarns in the, what did we say it was? The winter something?
The Winter Country, I think it is.
Winter Country colorway?
Yeah, I think it's the Winter Country. My country, it is winter or something like that.
So I did contrasting cuffs.
Would you like me to take the cat?
You can take the yarn. I did contrasting cuffs in our Mr. Carrisford colorway. And then I have, this is as far as I have gotten. I'm doing them 2 at a time. Same needle, magic loop.
I love these colors.
Yeah.
I also love Mr. Carrisford with it.
When I started them,
Back at the beginning of December.
Yeah, they were going to be possibly Christmas socks that I wore at Christmas. I will wear them for Christmas 2019.
I have to tell you, I finished the Holly Jolly socks and I plan to continue wearing
I will wear them
all the way throughout the year.
However, one day I will have a pair of
Christmas socks
for each day of December, you know, before I die, possibly.
Maybe.
And these will fall into that realm. But,
they're very, very pretty.
They are.
So it's fun knitting the
It's
stripy socks.
It's a fun pattern. It's a and I love knitting self-striping socks.
Yeah. I do like the pattern.
Yeah.
I really do like the pattern a lot. It's kind of bumpy.
And it's very intuitive. So
Yes.
you remember the pattern because I picked them up the other day after not having worked on them.
And you
And I just had to
went right
introduce
back
myself of what the hop stitch was, and then
off you went.
right back in. I went hopping along.
You have all these ends to weave in.
I do.
I weave mine in almost
I weave them
immediately.
as I knit them, you know,
In,
as
right.
part of the stitch. But then I leave them and I'll sew them in a little bit too.
Yeah, no, I sew mine in relatively quickly just because I don't like having that extra thing hanging down, especially if I keep it long, because there have been times where I've been tired where I picked up the wrong strand and all of a sudden I have to take back a couple of stitches because I knit with the tail instead of the regular. Oh, do I get you now?
But aren't you about to start talking?
So yeah.
So these are my Peter socks. So
What I do want to say about the patterns are they're amazing. They're wonderful patterns. Kay writes some beautiful, beautiful patterns. And these are fun.
has found, I mean, I will do that umbrella toe from now on.
Yes.
I love that umbrella toe.
The umbrella toe is a very, very good toe. Yeah, no, it's really, really enjoying it. All right, this is...
True.
What?
She's eating my cross stitch.
What did she eat?
She sort of dampened it for me.
Well, she knows you want to, you know, iron it with a damp cloth. Did she eat anything? She didn't.
It's kind of got drool on it.
That will teach you to put your stuff on the
I
floor.
didn't put it on the floor. It fell on the floor when somebody jumped on me.
You know this is all coming back to you, right? It's all Dudley's fault. You go down there. Okay. Having finished a pair of socks for my brother, working on my Peter socks, I'm just loving socks.
Oh,
really loving socks. I
And
also...
they're the perfect thing. Hey, come on, don't.
You get out of here. Spike's
just-
escorting
yeah.
Dudley out. He's like, you get out.
Hi. Okay, come on.
Anyway, socks. Socks.
They're perfect for what I'm doing as far as like trying to rest my arm.
Right?
They're not too heavy.
They're good for car knitting.
They're good for car knitting. I
They're
can
great
pick them up
projects
and
that
put
you
them
can
down
take,
and
right.
just walk away from.
Also, they are great to take...
Why are you throwing things at me?
I know, I'm trying to give treats to everybody and people are just ignoring them. They're great to take when we go up and see my mom because they're perfect
Mindless stuff.
that you can do.
Plus, I love having hand knit socks.
Well, that was what I was going to say. You know, this is the season for wearing hand knit socks. And every time I put on my hand knit socks, I just am so happy. So,
And I contemplate every once in a while that maybe that I will start putting some aside, and then I laugh to myself that I might give them away.
oh, you silly girl.
Yeah. So we
All
did our
right.
Christmas Eve cast on.
Last year, we gave sister number 3 a skein of yarn and Danny's pattern, the Christmas tree socks from Danny from Little Bobbins. This year, she's got the Twinkling Trees pattern that she, again, released just in time for Christmas Eve. And we decided to make a habit or a tradition of this, that all 3 of us will cast on the newest pattern in and around the same
Christmas.
time, in and around Christmas. We do not cast it on Christmas Eve just because of familial obligations. And also sister number 3 hasn't gotten the yarn yet because it's part of her Christmas present, but we have started.
There's no time for that on Christmas Eve.
Right, so we have started ours. This year, I am doing mine in December's colorway. If you were part of our Yarn of the Month Club last year, this is aptly named Christmas Eve. It was a painting by Gustave Flaubert, maybe?
Not Flaubert.
No, because that's The Alchemist.
Who's Gustav?
Ford?
No.
I'll look it up. Anyway, we'll put it in the show notes. This
It was
is
a
Christmas
beautiful
Eve.
painting of an angel delivering presents. So
And there were lots of grays and blues and greens, and it's so pretty. So that's what it looks like caked up. I have
I
started.
dyed this yarn, so I am so thrilled with how this is knitting.
I know, this is just absolutely gorgeous.
I'm so annoyed that you took this game.
You had something else. It wasn't like I picked it ahead of time.
Oh no, I'm very happy with my choice for these socks. I just want
So
this game.
that is what it looks like. And I don't think you're getting
No.
a true representation of it.
See if I'm by me.
It's gray with blues and pops of color. It's so pretty. And it may be, I have to get
Our
past.
festive location is not the best lighting for color, but
I may have to
maybe
get past
once you get the
ribbing.
trees done and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this pattern calls for a different color star at the top of the tree, and then she's got a tree pattern in it. I have not reached that part yet, so I am just to the point where I'm about to add my colored bauble for my star, and I am going to be doing it in our ballerina pink. So that is what my little bauble is going to look like on top of the tree. It's just gonna be a little, I think it's just a bauble, isn't it?
Yes, just a bubble stitch. That you put
So
in.
I'm going to have some baubles. You're going to see Helen so much further ahead of me, so you'll see with hers. But my baubles are all going to be in this pink. So I'm really excited to get to that point and start doing that, because that is my next bit.
So we skeined up our yarn to cast on Christmas Day, and we were in a rush and not thinking. So when we skeined it up all in one cake. So I am doing mine one at a time.
I took mine and
Maybe-
then reskeined it because I refused to do that.
But I was impatient and I had started and I'd gotten further along than I wanted to take out. So my cuff and, excuse me, heels and toes are going to be in our Stormy Skies colorway. My main sock is That'll Do Pig. And my stars are yellow.
Let me hold there.
Yeah, the only one I'm attached to is
Okay.
That'll Do Pig. And this is my sock.
Oh my God, it's so pretty. Look at the trees. They show up so
they,
well.
They don't seem to, I don't think they show up that well looking at it, but on
Right.
camera they look great. I love the color combinations. If you zoom in and look very carefully, you might see that some of my tree toppers are not on top of trees, but whatever.
We'll go with it.
We're askew here. But I love the pattern. And now I'm in stockinette now. And I just make it as long as I want until I get to my heel.
God, that is so beautiful knit up.
Yeah.
That'll Do Pig is
And
so gorgeous.
I mean, she does it 1 by 1, twisted rib. And twisted rib is a pain in the neck. I'm using a pair of Zing needles because that's what we had. They have a very blunt end. And for twisted rib and cabling without a needle, they are challenging. So when I was doing these sections, they were not my most favorite needles in the world. But now they are fine. So, I love them.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
And that gray and pink together are so pretty.
And this color pink just speaks deep down to my soul.
Yeah, I was going to say that is so our jam. Gray and yellow, gray and pink.
But just
Yellow
the pink all
together.
by itself. Oh. Anyway. So,
Beautiful.
today is sock day. I get to knit on them. Yesterday was cross stitch day.
That's so sad.
But
But today's sock day.
I know.
There you go.
It's working, so
We have to get you to drink more water because hopefully that'll help too.
yeah.
We go through periods like around December that we're spending a good portion of our time either on the road or in Montclair helping my mom get through the holidays, and
Water is never my first choice as
Right.
far as beverage is concerned.
getting the fountain drink of Diet Coke is really what we love and we will go to if given
Right.
any choice, but we realize that we do need to drink lots more water. Okay. How many more do you have, Whips?
2, I think.
I only have
No, I
one.
have 3.
How do I, did I have something that I was supposed to do? Christmas Eve socks, the library. Oh, right, that one we're doing together. Okay, you want to do your other one?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
show.
Do your mittens.
Yeah.
Okay.
These initial, I am doing another set of the waffle mitten, and I am using the same skein of mohair that I had used for my brother's sock mittens, because this mohair just goes forever. And I am using our Boil and Bubble with a Halloween color in our worsted weight. And I was originally making them for my mother for Christmas because I knew once she put on my brother's mittens that she was going to want a pair. But then I realized these, I don't know why. I think it's the tight gauge of the pattern because I'm knitting worsted weight on a size 3. These hurt my arm more than most things knitting on
Okay.
them. So that I had to put these, this was the project that I put down. So I knew I wasn't going to have them done for Christmas. And then I thought, you know what? She knits. We'll just give her the project for Christmas. So we did. And she's already cast it on. So it was really
Basically, she's doing it in That'll Do Pig, the one that
Right.
Helen is doing her sock in.
that she's also making a sweater in.
She
Because
loves that color so
that
much.
color, speaking to my soul, comes straight down. But anyway, so these are my mittens, which is totally fine with me. And I am just about to the point on my first one where I'm going to start
You're going to start
decreasing.
decreasing. Oh my God.
Yeah, I just have to get like maybe another pattern repeat
Okay.
because it says to get to your ring finger.
All right.
And I start decreasing.
Oh my God. See, watching Helen do these and having tried them on, I really need a pair of these mittens.
Yeah.
So I am going to be
And it's
casting
about to
these
get
on.
cold.
Yeah.
so-
I'm going to cast those on. But I have never done mittens and I've never done the thumb and all that sort of thing. So I figure
It's really
it's going to be, I'm not
intimidating.
worried
Yeah.
or intimidated or anything like that. It's just actually making time to do it.
And since it's about to, it is January after all in New Jersey, so it will get cold eventually. Today may not be sock day. Today may be mitten day,
Yeah.
and I may try and get the top done.
Okay.
And I mean the thumb takes you do the thumb so fast. I think it's 10 stitches.
Did you do
And I
the
start
thumb?
first one.
Did you do the thumb? Did you do the thumb on double pointed needles or did you do them on
No, I did a magic loop.
magic loop? Okay.
Yeah. I do.
My mom is doing it all on double points.
I don't do double points.
No, for the most part, I don't either. So.
But I love this and I love the color.
So this is
They're
the
so pretty.
waffle mitten pattern.
Yep. It's
Waffle
just
mitten
if you just
3 or something like that.
If you just search, I have it on my iPad. But if you just search waffle mitten, it's a free pattern. It's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
And it makes, if you're in a colder climate, you're using worsted weight yarn with a size 3 needle. I added the mohair on my own. But that's a nice dense warm fabric.
Yeah.
And you add the mohair and that's gonna be a warm mitten. And it's
I
gonna
should get
take
it
a lot
cast on quickly
to the wind
and
to
see
get
if
through.
I can get it done before we next go into New York.
Yeah, and also, because I mean, we're on a barrier island, so when it gets cold, it's gonna get cold because the wind blows through.
Yeah,
So before that we start to get too windy,
yeah.
you're gonna want a pair of mittens.
I better cake those up.
Your fingerless gloves ain't gonna cut it.
No. All right. Cool. My next whip, because, you know, I'm going to cast on mittens and everything, but I have more things that I'm working on. My next whip is the Princess Bride project. We forgot to mention when we were talking about the listing that we have a project that we picked out to go with it if you would like to join me in making it. The yarn is a set of 5 minis, 5 of our 20-gram minis, plus 2 10-gram minis. And I will explain why in just a moment. But here they are. They all twisting and leaning and everything. And, you know, I think most people have their things spread out in front of them. I have a dog in front of me, so kind of
I don't think so. I've seen people's behind the scenes pictures and it's just like crap everywhere, and that pretty much that is.
Okay.
Plus,
Anyway.
there's a dog on his back waiting for me to rub his stomach, so Marybeth will speak and I will rub.
These are the yarns for the Princess Bride. We decided to do a set of minis. The project that we're gonna do, and if you wanna join us, we'd love to have you join us, is Corey Eichelberg, who is I Rock Knits. She did Knitting at the Library Cowl. I did part 1 with our Narnia series and I loved it. So she's come out with part 2, and this is lace. So there are 5 different sections of lace. So this is going to be part of my new to you because there are new lace stitches that I haven't done yet. Anyway, what she did was she has 5 different sections, and it is a paid for pattern, but I'll show you the picture. That's the picture.
And we'll give you the option if you want to do the project, you can just buy the pattern and we'll send it to you.
So you can do the pattern as many repeats as you want. So what I am doing is you start off with seed stitch. And okay, so I started to say, you get 5 20-gram minis and 2 of our 10-gram minis, right? Our 10-gram minis, this is the Cliffs of Insanity. That's what they're called. Okay, so you get 2 10-gram. The 10-gram minis are for the beginning part of the cowl and the ending part. So we split it into 2 10-gram minis
Your hem.
so that you can do your beginning part and then you're casting off and everything. And then you have 5 different colors. You have, I'm not really left-handed, rodents of unusual size, as you wish. This has got blues and greens and browns.
Love.
This is Have Fun Storming the Castle. And then this is Mowage. So all of these together are going to work to make this beautiful cowl. I went with a more muted color palette this time.
But they work so well
Right.
together, and it's just gonna be.
So that's what it's going to be. You're going to
A
start
lovely
with
neutrally-
your seed stitch, and then you're going to end with, I think,
So-
again, seed stitch.
Seed stitch.
So what I am doing is I
you
cast
climb
on.
the cliffs of insanity.
Right.
You have a duel.
Basically, yes. Then you run into Wesley.
You run into Wesley.
There's the Mowage.
Where are the rodents? Because you gotta.
There are
get
the
to
rodents. The
Here's
rodents. Nope, the Mowage goes first.
Okay, Mowage.
Then I'm doing the rodents. Then I am doing Have Fun Storming the Castle, and then you end with
Then
the
you
Cliffs of
jump off the
Insanity.
cliff of insanity.
All right, so here it is, started up. It is, that's the seed stitch and the Cliffs of
I think
Insanity.
it's your dark sweatshirt.
Oh, maybe.
It's
Okay.
ruining the color.
Oh, all right, you try. Okay. So what I'm doing is I cast on the number of stitches because she gives it to you in worsted weight and fingering.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she gives you the option of doing either worsted or fingering. She calls for a size 4 needle. I am doing mine on a size 6 just because I'm a tight knitter. So I cast on the number of stitches.
And that
she
worked for
says.
you when you did the library, the first one.
I think the first one I didn't do it properly and it's kind of tight.
Oh,
So
okay.
I did it on the needle that she called for.
Okay.
So this, and I have found with other things that it just, doing it like 2 sizes up works for me.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like much because I've got it on a 12-inch needle, but it will stretch.
Yeah.
I am going to work till I run out of the 10 gram mini. And then I'm going to start the first section in the, I'm not really left-handed. And I'm going to keep doing the repeats until I run out of the I'm not left-handed. And then I'm going to move into
Wesley.
As You Wish. And I'm going to do the second section until I run out of that. And just keep doing that until I'll
It's going to kind
in,
of be not so contrasty as more of a fadey.
Right. Because then the third one will be the Mowage. And I'm going to do that till I run out. And then I'm going to throw on the Rodents of Unusual Size. Do the fourth one in that. Wind up with Have Fun Storming the Castle. And do that until I run out. And then do the last bit of Seed Stitch in that. So when you get the package, if you opt to buy the yarn and everything, you will get 5 20-gram mini skeins and 2 10-gram mini skeins so that you can do the cowl.
Very cool.
Okay, so that's where I am. I cast on last night and I'm whipping along with it, and I'm really, it's very,
New cast on.
Yeah.
Exciting.
it's also fairly easy because right now I'm doing seed stitch, so
Yeah.
really, how difficult can that be?
But it's
Just
yours
making sure you line it up properly. All right, so that is what I am working on. All right, that's my last knitting whip.
Okay. So one more before we do our dual.
Yeah,
DUAL, not DUEL. I finished my Good Vibes Only, and we had, at TNNA, we had 2 cross-stitch vendors across the aisle from us. So I started the second one we bought, which, okay, is my life.
yeah, pretty much.
So I have started that one.
And this is from who?
This one is,
Wait,
Spot Your Colors.
Spot Colors?
Spot Colors. Spot Colors, right there.
Spot Colors? Okay.
Spotcolors.com. And this is how far I've gotten that one. So I'm enjoying this one. I don't like black, but there's that. So since it's only my second one, I'm following the pattern. However,
It comes with flowers too.
Yeah.
So that you will be adding flowers.
right. Excuse me. So I'm still really enjoying it. It's just the Good Vibes, the colors really popped out as you were doing it.
Right.
But now that I have done, 1 1/3 cross stitch patterns, I am like,
A professional.
I am. I went and bought Ada cloth yesterday. I stumbled on it in Joann's.
What cloth?
Ada.
Is that what that's called?
That's what this is called. Yep.
Oh, okay. It's nubbly cloth that has big holes. for
Yeah.
the crosses.
And I bought smaller squares. It's an 18 count. As opposed to, I believe this is probably like a 14. And I'm going to design my own pattern.
Okay, so for those of us that may not be as up, 18 count is what, 18
See, now I knew you were going to ask me.
nubs per inch,
I
and the
have
14 count is probably
Absolutely
14
no
per
idea. I just
inch.
know 18 means I got a smaller square.
Okay.
14 meant I had a bigger square. And the only reason I know as much as I do is because that's when you lost me at Joann's, that's where I was. And I was
Okay.
trying to figure out what the differences were, because if the first one I picked up was a 14, I'm like, I don't want those big squares.
Okay.
That's more for, looks very childlike when you're doing it because your X's are bigger.
Okay.
And I
okay.
want smaller. I do not like the look of a lot of cross stitch.
Okay.
I like the more modern look or the more whimsical look, but I don't like the look of the big X's
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
which is probably what has kept me off cross stitch for a very long time. So that when I picked up to 14, I'm like, oh, I don't like those big things. And then all of a sudden I realized, oh, there's 14, there's 18, there's 16. So I was trying to figure out what the difference was.
Gotcha.
I have no idea what the 18, I can look it up, but I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I'm a noob.
Okay.
So,
All right. Do you want to talk about what we're doing together?
do you have the post so we can show it? We're
Yeah.
using my phone.
Okay.
I sent Mary Beth a post on Instagram.
Sorry. Honestly,
Did I send to you or?
send it to me.
Okay. She's deleting me from her Instagram feed at the moment.
All right. It's from. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't even think I find her. Follow her. Okay.
How'd you get it?
I think it was an embroidery hashtag that I
Okay.
follow on Instagram. But what she did was, for 2018, she took a blank piece of fabric and she did 365 days of embroidery. So she did something that meant something to her for each day. And this was her end result. And I just loved it so much.
Then if you do that, you can see up close.
So you can see up close. And you can see, she did a Christmas tree and then she did a pumpkin. Evidently she ran into a goose at some point. Maybe that's a swan. Could be a T-Rex.
Or, 6 geese laying.
Oh, maybe. But I just love the idea of it so much. So I sent it to Mary Beth. I'm like, oh, it was January 2nd. We should do this. We're really good at challenges that last a long time and we have to do something every single day.
We're so good at following through. It's
We
frightening.
finish all of them. So let's start one.
Sarcasm is running rampant here, just in case you did not get that.
So we happen to have some linen lying around.
From yet another project that we were going to do.
And
See, this is what happens. You don't finish your projects, but you've got
but you've got stash.
stuff left over for, when you decide to start again. So we both took 12-inch hoops that we had lying around from another project.
I think these are probably bigger than 12. Are they 12?
Maybe 12, 14, I don't know.
We have big hoops.
Big hoops. I like big hoops. I cannot lie. Anyway, go ahead.
And so we have done 3 days worth. So I started with 2019, and then I did a dog, because I love my dogs. And then I did a cat, because up until this morning, I love my cats. And that's as far as I've got.
Mine looks so pathetic.
Well, you did yours much smaller, because I'm doing this cat yesterday, and idiot. You're
This
supposed
is not
to be
35 days. This is 365.
pieces of embroidery on here. Now I know that I'm going to hit days where I don't necessarily feel or have time to do something as intricate as, my very
High-skilled cat
high-skilled cat there. So that I may just do, because at some point I'm going to start a border going around. And that may be, for my day, I did 5 stitches on my border or
Right.
something like that. So that I'm going to get a lot of days in on my border, but I do have to start making my things much smaller if I'm going to fit a whole year on here.
So I started with 2019, and then I put a snowflake because it's January. And then yesterday we went and had lunch with Paige from Frame and Fiber and
I love
Allison
that you managed to freeform her logo.
from Daisy Lane Designs, and I put her logo on. I hope you can see it. It's very, very small, but
You can see it.
I hope you can see it in the camera. Anyway, so that's what I've done so far. We're going to do something today. But each day we're adding to it and just doing something small. And periodically we will show you these, hopefully, because that will mean that we're continuing to do it and
Yeah.
we're not pathetic and just leaving it. And by the end of the year, hopefully we will have a full hoop that you just then hang down.
Hang down or frame or whatever.
You have something to, we'll take it to Paige from frame of fiber and have her frame it for us. But yeah, that's where we are so far. So that's what I'm working on.
And hopefully my embroidery skills will
Also get better.
get slightly better.
But yeah, no, because I think
my dog is really...
what you're going to do is you're going to put certain things in, and then some of the days are going to be filling in the spaces in between each of your things, so that you're going to have.
It's like I might have a path from the cat to the dog or something like
Right.
that.
And filling in with little loops and flowers and that
Yeah.
sort of thing. So it's all part of it. Because, we lead ordinary lives. We don't do something awesome every day. It's a lot of days.
Every day is awesome.
A lot of days are the same thing over and over again, and there are only so many, sewing machines you can put on. So,
Yeah.
filling in with little things is also part
And
of it.
also doing sampler stitches.
Right.
Because
Learning different
Yeah.
stitches. So this is another one of our projects that we're starting. We will see how far we get and everything. I cite the 100-day quilt.
as I said,
And-
we're really good at these challenges that last a long time where we have to do something every
The
day.
bee quilt and everything else. However, we're going to try it.
It's small.
Yeah.
It's a journaling.
Well, so here's the thing. The 2019 took me probably 10 minutes. The snowflake took me maybe 5.
Yeah, I
The
think
frame and fiber was the one that took the most, but
takes the most time is deciding what you're going to do
right.
and how you're going to do it. Because I don't just pick up a needle and say, I'm going to do a cat.
Let me
cat.
freeform a cat. Yeah.
Right. I have to agonize for 3 hours over how I'm going to draw a circle.
I'm not that bad.
So there's that.
Yeah. So we shall see. However, this is our start. And I'm really kind of excited about it. I like the way it looks. And I think it's kind of exciting.
I think next year we'll have to listen back to our first episode of the
Okay.
year and see
How far we
how
got.
far we got in our stuff.
All right. Here is your
Our notes.
notes.
Those are our whips.
I think that's it, right?
Yeah. For a busy holiday season, there were an awful lot of whips.
Well, we did have a busy season because we had 2 birthdays in there plus Christmas and setting up Christmas Eve and then second Christmas and then New Year's.
Oh, and
A trunk show at Nitty City.
there was some sleep that needed to be caught up on.
Oh, by the way, thank you everybody who
Oh,
came to
yeah,
Nitty City
that was a great
because
trunk
that
show.
was awesome. We had a really good time there.
Also, New York bags. Thank you to everybody who purchased
gosh,
our
yes.
new New York bag.
I'm so sorry for the ones that.
Took a little. I mean, it was the week over the
Yeah.
Christmas.
But
But-
they're all out. So
Yeah,
if you haven't
they're
gotten yours
all
yet,
out.
it's coming.
But we have more. So if you didn't get it and you don't think that, do you think you missed it? We got another bolt of the fabric.
Silly you. We got more.
So we were able to get another bolt of the fabric. So there are plenty.
Yeah,
Come
we're making more. They're coming up.
grab one. All right.
All
We're
right.
doing Do You Know?
We're doing Do You Know? Okay, so my Do You Know fits in with our yarn club.
Mine does not.
Okay, so you want to go first?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Do you know Cookie Monster has a name?
No. Charles.
Nope.
What?
Sid.
Sid?
Yep.
His name is Sid?
Way back in 2004-ish, he let it fly that before he ate his first cookie, his name was Sid.
Oh my god.
Which I
have no.
I love that.
Oh, that's so cool.
So, Cookie Monster or Sid, he'll answer to both.
Okay. That's so cool. Oh, I love that idea. All right. Mine is a lot. I picked
Okay.
up the wrong book. That's not the right book. Hold on. This is the right book.
We have journals coming out of our ears.
Okay.
It's the beginning of the year.
Yesterday we went to Chelsea Yarns to show Christina her new bag. And we knew that we were going down to Frame and Fiber for lunch, or for afternoon tea, actually. So we thought, we're in Red Bank. We're going to go to Antoinette Boulangerie, which is a French bakery, and get
If you are in New Jersey,
really good desserts.
not this week. However, go to Red Bank and go to Antoinette Boulangerie.
Oh my God. Their pastries, their little pot de crèmes, they make little chocolate mice.
Opened up while we still had our shop in Red Bank, and they were 100 feet down
Yeah.
the street from us. Oh, that was bad.
That was really bad. They
There were,
have such
there
good
were
stuff.
days where it's just like, Is it a put a creme kind of day? It's like there were bad days.
Check the drawer. Is it a pot of creme?
Can we get a pot of creme?
Yeah. Anyway, so we went to Antoinette Boulangerie, who was closed for the week.
Also, by the way, if you go to Red Bank, you park, you pay. So we had paid to park, found out she was closed, which, you know, it's the first week of the year. Almost everybody closes, but
Anyway,
but there's a new store across the street.
so there's a new store across the street. Oh, after that, we went to the chocolate shop, the Red Bank chocolate shop, because we thought, okay, we'll get chocolates.
Also closed.
Also closed. So then we went down to Trader Joe's in Shrewsbury, and right around the corner from them is a store called,
Nothing Bunt Cakes.
or is it Nothing But the Cakes?
No,
Bunt? Nothing Bunt,
Bunt Cakes. It's
Okay.
a play on the word. They make bunt cakes.
They also have free samples, and they suck you in because you taste the free
But she
sample,
grabs
and
you at
then
the
you're
door.
like, I'll take one of everything.
It's like we're sampling our snickerdoodle bunt cake today.
We're like, oh, okay,
Sure,
thank
I'll
you very
try it.
much. I'll try that. We'll take 4, please.
Oh, that was good cake.
That was really, really good cake. And we were saying to each other, it's okay, we got the bunt. We'll bring a bunt. Anyway, across the street from Antoinette Boulangerie, since we had paid for parking, is a new store called Mini Me.
Mini Shop.
Mini Shop. And they have all sorts of little
Mini things.
a lot of stationary things. I think maybe
Korean?
Korean.
I think
I'm not sure.
I think Korean, but it's the like amagurumori type thing.
So this is one of the journals that I got, and it's the Fairy Tale
They
Kingdom.
only had one.
I know. I showed it to her, and she was
And
kind
then
of
she
looking
just
at
like
it, and
took
then
it
I
and
took
put
it
it in her
back
pile.
because I'm like, don't even think that you're getting this. All right, so
Is that all your do you know?
this and this.
Oh my goodness. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm doing The Princess Bride.
Obvious.
Okay.
I saw William Golding.
William Goldman wrote The Princess Bride for his 2 daughters, who were ages 7 and 4.
Okay.
He said, I'm going to tell you a story. What would you like to hear a story about? And one said princess, one said bride. And he said, okay, that's the title. And that's how it got started.
Oh, that's so cool.
Carrie Elwes read the book before he was hired
Okay.
as Wesley because his stepfather had given it to him when he was 13. And he read it when he was 13. And
Okay.
then several years later, when he came up, he did it. It also is one of Rob Reiner's favorite books.
Okay.
And he wanted to make the movie.
Which I think you kind of get when you're watching the movie, that there's a lot of love involved.
Well, it's not only him because William Goldman wrote the screenplay.
Right.
But Rob Reiner loved the book. He tried to make it. Well, he wanted to make it. Robert Redford had already tried. Several other directors had already tried. Through several mishaps, it just kept failing and failing and failing. Rob Reiner had just finished doing This Is Spinal Tap and The Sure Thing, both of which were huge successes.
Right.
So that the studio said, basically, we'll make whatever you want. And he said, all right then, this is what we're going to do.
Alrighty then.
So, he wanted to hire Andre the Giant. They met him in a bar in Paris. And evidently, 3 cognacs and 12 bottles of wine gets him slightly tipsy. Not drunk, slightly tipsy. Anyway,
Rob Reiner or Andre the Giant?
Andre the Giant. Rob Reiner and William Goldman were there. They met him. They were interviewing him because they thought he looked the part. He was absolutely perfect for what they wanted for
Right.
the giant. They gave him the lines. They could not understand a word he said. And Rob Reiner said he couldn't. He was so upset because this man was perfect, only you could not understand a word he said. So what he did was he read the lines into a tape recorder, gave Andre the Giant the tape recorder, and that's how he learned his lines. Rather than reading them, he listened to them
Okay.
and then copied the intonations and everything from that,
Gotcha. Okay.
which I thought was really interesting. While they were filming, they allowed William Goldman to be on the set because he said originally, no, I don't need to be there. I'm the screenwriter. The screenwriter just gets in the way. And they said, no, it's your book. He loved the movie so much. He loved the book so much. This was his baby. They said that the first several days of filming had to be refilmed because when they watched it back, there was this slight chanting going on, just like a murmured chanting in the background, and they couldn't figure out what it was until they realized it was William Goldman praying that everything was going to go right. And he was doing it so well that he was just overriding. And then when Buttercup's dress catches on fire, which he wrote in. He's like, oh my God, her dress is on fire. And they had to stop and redo it. So, Wallace Shawn, who did the Sicilian,
Yeah.
Inconceivable, the Sicilian, he has a history degree from Harvard
Okay.
and an economics degree from Oxford.
I did know that there was a big brain there.
Yeah, big brain. However, highly insecure because he found out that Rob Reiner originally wanted Danny DeVito in this pot. And everything he did in his mind, he was like, that's not how Danny DeVito would have done it. And he just totally sabotaged himself left and right. So they had to redo some of his things. When they had Billy Crystal come in and do Mad Max, or do Miracle Max, for 3 days, 10 hours straight a day, he just ad-libbed 13th century jokes. He just started. He never repeated anything. He just, 3 days, 10 hours straight. The stuff that's in the film was the only stuff that was clean enough to make it into the film. Because 13th century jokes, some of them were a little off color. However, Mandy Patinkin bruised a rib trying not to laugh. So that's how good they were. It was all good. And Christopher Guest, who starred, well, not starred, but he was the six-fingered man.
Uh-huh.
When Wesley recognizes that he's the six-fingered man, he immediately knocks Wesley out with his sword by hitting him over the head with the sword butt. And they kept doing it, and it just didn't work. So Wesley, Carrie Elwes finally said, look, just do it. Actually hit me on the head with the sword. He got so carried away, he knocked him out cold. Carrie Elwes wound up in the hospital. He woke up in the hospital with a slight concussion, and that is the scene that is actually in the movie.
Okay.
Because
Good thing that they kept filming.
Yeah, that was the best scene. It was the best take. So that's my do you know about the Princess
Okay,
Bride.
so we have to get As You Wish.
So we really need to get As You Wish, and we need to get this movie,
Okay.
and we need to watch it.
Yeah.
Like now. Because now I'm all set.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, if you guys aren't ready to join our book club, I'm not sure what a better introduction would be.
I know. What more can we give you here, people? Let's go. All right. So yeah, that's
Okay.
that's that. The other thing that we got from the mini store is we got journals because we don't have.
We
enough.
don't have journals.
We have.
Actually, we have been looking for a journal.
Okay, this is the journal that I got for Christmas that I put up on my Instagram feed.
That's your planner.
This is my planner because what we do is at the beginning of the week we write down everything that we need to do and we put it in. And usually we decorate with stickers and things like that because we've had bigger ones. But we decided this year what we wanted to do was we wanted to have a weekly planner that was like this and then have a journal where we could write down notes and
More of a
pictures.
after the fact. This
Right.
is what I did yesterday, and
Right. And have a look back over the week because we were looking back through our planner from last year where we listed things that we were doing. And it was like, oh, that's right. We did this week and we did
Right.
this week. And so that we wanted to have one that was a little bit more freestyle, artistic.
Yeah, and also, this is what we were supposed to do. Here's what we did.
Right. But we wanted to be able to put in photographs and anecdotes and drawings, doodles.
Mary Beth gave me, for my birthday, which was in December, she gave me a little sprocket, which is the HP little mini printer. So it prints little 2x3-inch stickers of your photos. So I can print them from Instagram. It's really, really cool. But it's perfect for journaling. Because I'll take a picture, like my good vibes only. I'm going to have an FO page. So I'm going to start with pictures of my FOs.
Oh, cool. That's a great idea.
And then you got for Christmas, not from me,
The little Fuji Max camera. Instamax. Which is the little camera that's almost like the Polaroids. It prints right out of the camera in little 2x3 photographs.
Yeah.
Which it's so cool. Again, perfect for putting into a journal. Hey, we both said we went to have knitting time with Paige and Allison yesterday and took absolutely no pictures or anything, so that we can't even put up a picture of Antoinette Boulangerie being closed or our bun cakes or anything like that because we're so
just have
pathetic
to
at
get
this.
more in
Anyway,
that frame of mind.
so we got a journal that has some blank pages, some lined pages. I think they're
There maybe some graph? No, just lined.
nope,
Not.
just lined.
But some
and
have
unlined.
more illustrations on them than others.
Right. I mean, some of them are got cute little illustrations on them, so that they're.
So if you want a lot of writing, you've got the lined pages. But if you want to do a little sketch or whatever, you've got the blank pages. That's perfect.
Yeah. So this is what we're gonna use, and we're gonna start it with January 4th. We both got cats.
Mine is white, but very similar.
And what we're going to do is just fill it in,
Yeah.
you know, as we can. I did bring this because we talked about this when we got it. We got it about a year and a half ago in August, just at the end of August. And it's a 5-year journal. And what you do is every day you write a couple of lines of what you did that day. And it's a great way of looking back and seeing.
Each day has 5 years, a space for each of the 5 years. So for September 29th, you have the first, second, third, fourth, fifth.
I can show you February 29th because we haven't had a February 29th yet. So you can see it's got 5 years on it, and then you can fill it in. And what I do is I do a different color for each year so that I know which year it is just by looking at it. But I've found that it's really good. This is the one thing that I have done.
That's so good that you put the day.
Oh yeah, I started doing the day what day of the week it is. I have not missed a single day.
No, this is the one journal that I have kept up with
We keep it by our bed.
religiously.
We each have one by our bed, and
And when I go away, I take it with me. And
yeah, you just fill it in, and it's just a sentence or two doing it. But I have found that there are days where I have it going.
I have days where I'm going up and around.
I know. It's like all over the place, which is why we wanted to go into some of the journals that have a little bit more space. You know, there's not a set space for each day, so that you can add things that are more, you know, like this one, where it goes one day, it goes all the way up and in and everything, and it's like I had more to say than just...
You get
But
4
it's there.
lines, so it's meant to be, you know, like Twitter. Be
Right.
brief.
But I mean, look at these. I'm all up
Yeah.
all over the place, you know, so that it's just, we wanted something that was a little bit more so that you could put one line here and then in the other one do a little bit more. So, but this is the Everyday, a 5-year memory book by Mr. Boddington's Studio. And seriously,
And it's so
a
fun
great thing.
because you go, now we're to the point where every day has something from the year before it.
Right.
So you go in and you read what happened the year before, like January 3rd,
Second
2nd of 2018. I wrote, you know, created a whole new accounting spreadsheet for the company, which I don't know how long it lasted, but it didn't last the whole year. And then I was writing for January 3rd this year, created an accounting spreadsheet, and I looked up and I'm like, ha, see above. So, but it's fun to look back and see what you did.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this time last year, so-and-so happened, and
Yeah, no, and we're you know, we'll call out to each other, hey, this is what we were doing last year. So it's kind of cool. Okay, so those are our journals.
yes.
That's what we're working on that way. Okay,
Okay.
moving on. What's next?
What have we been watching?
Oh, okay.
Guys, I'm looking at the time. This is a long podcast, and I apologize.
All right.
So,
What have we been watching? Well, we did Jericho. That was from like 2006,
yeah.
2007. We went through both seasons of that fairly quickly.
That was okay.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
was good binge TV
Yeah.
for when you're just brain dead.
Blotto, right? And then January 1st, the 3rd season of Series of Unfortunate Events came out, and we have finished watching that.
Yep.
That did not take terribly long. I enjoy those. immensely.
I enjoy them. I do not enjoy them as much as you do, but
They are, farcical
and
I think intentionally overacted.
and that's
to a
not
certain extent.
what bothers me. I guess so much. I don't know what it is. I think it's more something in my head because when I'm watching it, I enjoy it. So there's a block in my head to sit down and watch it, and maybe I tried reading the books and I didn't like them. I don't know. So,
anyway, Series of Unfortunate Events was a series of books first. There are 12 books in the series, and then they did it over 3 seasons.
And they wrapped it up.
It's done. But I think Neil Patrick Harris had a blast.
Yes.
He was the producer and the creator behind it, and it was just so much fun.
Then we did, at Christmas time, we did all the baking shows.
Oh my God, we had such a good time doing baking shows.
We did the Great American Baking Show, Christmas Baking Show. We did the Holiday Bake Off. We did the Gingerbread Bake Off. We did all of the baking shows. We both signed up for the Betty Crocker 24 Days of Christmas Cookies.
I signed up for
I was signed up for the Food Network cookies.
The 12 Days of Christmas cookies. We have all these cookie recipes. We made
2 batches of cookies.
Did we make 2 or did we only make 1?
We did the lemon lime cookies.
Right.
And we did a batch of chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, that's right. We did do the chocolate chip cookies. You did do that.
Nothing fancy.
We have plans. We did not use a
We
single
gave away
recipe
some of
that
the
we
lemon
got.
lime. But other than that.
Yeah. So we have cookies. We have recipes
Yeah.
for cookies that we want to make. Because there were some really, really good ones. It's just, I don't know why I think that December is going to be different any year. I think every year, December is going to be different this year.
We're going to enjoy it this year. We're not going to be crazy.
Stressed or anything like that. And we're going to take time and we're going to do the cookies and do all the baking and everything. It never, ever
We were
happens.
closer this year until the end than I think we've ever been.
So each year we're getting better.
It's just
By the time I'm
that
90.
damn family gets in the way. Everything goes to hell in a handbasket. From like the 16th forward, that is it.
All right, so now.
So then last night,
Oh my God.
this is a weird show.
It is, but it was so much fun. Okay, so it actually aired on Wednesday. We watched it last night because we're behind. But have you seen The Masked Singer?
It's on Fox. It's a weird
This
show.
is
It's so fun, but it's a weird show.
okay. So it's basically they have a bunch of celebrities. They may be sports people, they may be actors, they may be singers. Somebody suggested that the one that did The Greatest Showman might be Donny Osmond, which would
I
make
thought
sense.
Donny Osmond, and then I'm like, oh, but they're going. Oh, you had said Sean Cassidy, so then I'm like, oh, I'm just judging to Donny Osmond because you said Sean Cassidy. So
Anyway, they've got these people that are behind these elaborate costumes, and I
are
mean
amazing.
full-on masks and costumes. You
can see
cannot
the-
tell.
You can see male, female, and body type,
They tell you,
like height.
yeah, but some of them I think are bulkier than you expect.
Well, the monster you can't see anything. Yeah.
Right. So that some of them are completely hidden, but there is nothing to tell you who it is. Absolutely nothing. And when they speak, they've got a voice modifier, so it comes out either like a child's voice or like a really deep kidnapper's voice. It's just they're hiding the identities completely. And what they do is they come out and sing. And there's a panel of judges, and
The panel is not great.
they're not our favorite people.
No, they're just a little.
I think Robin Thicke has
Robin Thicke is good.
because he's got some good observations.
Right. And Chelsea Handler had good observations.
Jenny McCarthy?
Jenny McCarthy? Was it Jenny McCarthy?
Yeah.
Okay, Jenny McCarthy. I don't know why I said Chelsea Handler.
Yeah.
Jenny McCarthy. Why would Chelsea Handler be on that show? Anyway, they both had like legitimate, like they're trying to figure out who they are. The other two, it's just over the top
Yeah.
and too much.
And
for
and
me.
it may be that it's just they have to find their groove.
And it is, and
you know?
it's especially for Nicole Scherzinger or whatever her name is. I think she's just got to kind of get into.
Yeah. Anyway, so what they do is they have a face-off between, say, the first one was the hippo versus the peacock. And everybody votes in the audience, and whoever gets the most amount of votes goes on to the next round. And they have 3 sets of face-offs per hour. And then the 3 lowest ones, whoever got the lowest number of votes within the judges' table is the one that goes home. And they unmask them after they've
Once they
been voted
decide,
off.
yeah.
So that The first one to go home was a football player that I don't know.
Well, don't say it because they haven't seen it.
Right. But
It's fun.
it's so much fun.
And you start to get into it because you're like,
You're right.
okay.
They give you clues.
Right. Or they give you clues beforehand. Like, I'm invested in who the lion is because I'm pretty sure I know. But I don't know which one, but
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
just know
Somebody else.
last name.
Oh no! Somebody else brought up another family
Oh, and I'm
that they
Like,
think it is.
like 100% positive on the deer. Like, I'm pretty sure I know who the deer is.
The deer. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway, you have to watch it.
Yeah.
Because as you can see, you might say, "Oh, I'm not interested in that." No, you get totally
Right.
invested in it, and you're like,
And now
I
you're
wanna
going to
know
go to
who it
next
is."
week because now you want to know who it is.
Right.
So
So they're gonna have. I think they have 12 overall
there are 12 celebrities
that are doing it.
and it's just a matter of how they're going to break it down as to how long they're going to drag it out.
Right.
Because next week will be the other 6. We've only seen 6. So
Right.
next week will be the other 6, and then they'll start to
Pair those
pair
up.
off. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. It's
Yeah.
really good. So recommend that.
Also, I know what my other problem. Not a huge fan of Nick Cannon.
Oh, okay. But okay, so the camera died, and we had to reboot it up again and everything, and I made Helen tell me who she thought the person was. So you're gonna have to watch it
Right. It's
to
fun.
see. It's really kind of cool. All right, so what's next?
Okay. New segment.
New segment.
Games.
Okay.
Because we played a game at Christmas. Second Christmas.
What we did,
It was a lot of fun.
it really was a lot of fun.
For a very simple game, this was a lot of fun. I'm getting it. Go ahead. You may speak.
Okay, we found this at the store, and I had read about it before. It's called Exploding Kittens, and it's put out by the designer of the oatmeal, which I find hysterical. However,
He is slightly off color in a lot of his, do you call them comics?
Yeah.
Okay. This is not.
no,
I mean, there's a little bit of off color, but it is perfectly acceptable for a 7 and a 4-year-old.
right. So we were
You know,
playing
who we
this
were
with
playing
my brother and his kids and everything. And this is so much fun. This
I
is
won.
really, really fun.
To the great dismay
Of the 7-year-old.
of the 7-year-old and his father.
So
His
then
father just came at me.
the 7-year-old, he's like, I have a plan. And I said, oh, okay, what's the plan?
We're going after him.
We're going after Aunt Hep. We're taking down Aunt Hep. I'm like, okay.
That's it.
As long
They
as
did.
I don't have to
And
worry
they-
about you coming after me, all right?
My brother went out first, and in his parting shot, he made sure that I was going out second. So.
Was it just the 3 of us playing? It was,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it was just the 3 of us.
It's so much fun. You can play with, I think,
It's 2 to 5 players. Is the
Okay.
mo- You can play. You have to play with at least 2, and the most you can play with is 5. It's a simple card game.
It's cards.
Really, you're flipping a card, trying not to get the exploding kitten. Completely game of chance.
However, there can be
There is
some
a little bit of strategy.
Yeah.
Especially with the exploding kitten.
And
And
there
the placement of such.
and there are
but-
certain cards that you get where you can see into the future, so you get to pull the next 3 cards and see if there's an exploding kitten coming, and then you're
I did
picking
that
cards.
once, and the next 2 cards were both exploding kittens.
Really?
And I'm like, ah.
But then you can have a skip,
Right.
so that you skip your turn, and there are times when you're taking a card from somebody else, so you have to take it and watch their face to see if you got
There's a
something
nope
that's really...
card so that you can, if Mary Beth plays a skip, I can go, nope.
And then I can play another nope and say yes.
Oh, it's so fun.
It really was a lot of fun.
Really, I think we paid what?
Maybe $10 for it.
Maybe $10 to $15 for it. So I just
Really, so much fun.
and it's gonna be fun for adults and kids.
Yeah. The
Not
7-year-old
much
was
younger.
really getting into it.
The 4-year-old got bored and walked away.
Right.
So not much younger than 7, I would say.
And he was playing with his dad, so that he wasn't playing by
because
himself.
he can't read the cards. You have to be able to read the cards, and the cards are not written for a beginner reader.
Right. But he loved playing with his dad and picking the cards and deciding which one to play. So as far as that kind of thing, he was really getting into it.
And it can go quickly because it says 2 minutes to learn, 15 minutes to play.
Right.
So really,
We recommend
and you can
those.
just you get into it, and you like blood vendettas on this thing.
we had a lot of fun playing it. So, and then Helen and I both downloaded this stupid game for our computer, for our iPad.
It's an app, and both addicted.
Totally addicted. It's called Wordscape, and you get like between 4, I think I'm up to 6 letters in a word now.
Yeah, I occasionally on the daily puzzle I'll get 7, but I don't normally get. I'm still on 6.
Most of them are 6, and you do levels. As you finish the level, you go up, but you have to make as many words with these letters as you can, and
you
have
always
certain
have to.
ones.
However, there's always at least one where you have to use all the letters.
Right. So I mean, there was one where I thought, oh my God, this is fantastic. It's cocaine. I typed it in, and no, it's not cocaine, because cocaine went immediately to your bonus letter. And I'm like, okay, now I have to come up with another 6-letter word that has the same letters.
But
I can't remember what it was. I did come up with it. Don't remember what it was.
But it's a good exercise for your brain.
It is. It's really good for your brain. And
And-
every
and
now
it-
and then it'll
and-
be like, no, you can't use 3-letter words in this game.
Oh yeah, every so
you
often,
know,
there are
it's
rounds
like-
that don't take 3-letter words.
Right.
And every so often they'll run tournaments so that you can gain more points, because you can use points to get hints and stuff like that. You know, there are times where I'll open it up and I'm like, I don't know what the hell this is. So then you just start with like the 3-letter words.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you start to get onto it, and it's just like, and there's a little shuffle button so that you can shuffle the letters. And it's sometimes, you know, I'll be like, I don't know what this is, and I hit shuffle, and I'm like, duh.
Right.
So that it's not like that it shuffles it into the right order. It just shuffles your brain.
Right. And very often when I'm doing it, you know, I'm doing cars and care,
Right.
and all of a sudden, recalls. There you
Exactly,
go. You know,
right.
so that it just clicks in. It's so much fun.
And then there are
It really
others
is.
where I'm just like, I have no idea. I have one more thing to fill out, and I've got 2 of the letters.
Right.
And I'm just running any combination. Like
Oh, yeah.
This morning I was doing it, and I'm like, you know, P-A-P-A, Papa, what? And I'm just doing it because it's just to cross off this, and then it goes into the thing. I'm, Papa. So that your brain just isn't even thinking properly. It's just like, Papa? What the hell is Papa? Oh, right. Yeah, you know,
that
father.
Okay. So anyway.
Also, I would like to point out, ops is not a word. However, they think it is.
Okay.
OPS is not a word.
Special ops.
But it's an abbreviation. It is not a word.
Yeah, pick isn't a word either.
I know. There are several of them that I object to.
But once
Pro.
you know about them.
Oh yeah, I mean there are some that just show up in everything. Obviously,
Okay,
we love this game.
pros and cons. So pro is definitely
Okay,
a word.
all right.
Pros and cons that you
Okay.
can take.
Okay.
But yeah, no,
Anyway.
we both.
We both are fairly invested in this game.
So
But
that's
there are
if you-
times where I have to say, no more words game. Bad.
If this is
Bad
something
Helen.
that you are
No more
interested in, like
Wordscape.
if you like Scrabble or Boggle, and you can't get anybody to play it with you, this is something that you could try.
games.
Right. Okay. What else? What's next?
Reading, I think.
Okay. What are you reading? I finished The Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I have now moved on. Oh dear. Spike has determined that it is time
I was
to
going to
move
say,
on.
Spike is saying, you have been talking at this thing for way too long. They're bored. Stop.
Okay. I moved on to her second book,
Shadow of Night.
Shadow of Night. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm listening to it. I'm enjoying it. I really am. So I went through the first one, and again, with the month of December, we kind of took the time off from audiobooks and listened to Christmas music pretty much nonstop. So then we are now back onto books. So I am doing The Shadow of Night.
And you finished Ready Player One.
And I did finish Ready Player One and enjoyed it very, very much.
So I finished, audio-wise, I finished The Dream Thieves, which was the second in the Raven Boys cycle.
And we have downloaded the third. So,
I have started the third.
oh, have you really?
Yes.
How far are you?
Barely
Okay.
worth mentioning. Actually, no, I'm probably an hour or two in.
A good. Still
Oh, still
holding
good.
up.
Oh, yeah,
excellent,
yeah.
excellent. I have not done that one yet because I went over to the Discovery of Witches. So,
And then I started reading Ready Player One because now really wants to
See the movie.
See the movie, but I want to read the book first. So, and I am enjoying it. And
Very
actually,
good
I'm
for
enjoying
anybody who
enough.
was around in the 80s.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, all the references are right up my alley, and I mean, except for last night, because last night I was exhausted. It's keeping me interested enough when I'm reading at night to read more than like a page or two before I pass out.
Right.
So,
Okay.
enjoying it. All right, so
So those are our picks for the month.
last thing. We have plans for 2019,
We do. We've got stuff in mind.
which, you can now leave with knowing the knowledge of. No, we may actually share some of them with you.
Yeah.
So,
Do you want to pause this for just a second?
okay,
he
I
needs
think
to
we
go.
have to take the dog outside.
Be right
We'll be
back. All right.
We had to take
Boy.
the dogs outside. This is so long. The dogs have to go back outside again.
They decided that we were done.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so we have plans for 2019.
Yeah.
One of the plans is we are going to, or we have been, expanding our inventory beyond knitting and crocheting and fibery stuff. We've shown you our dish towels and our pillows before, but our dish towels did so well at Christmas.
This was part of our Christmas present to everybody.
With dish towels, not this particular dish
Right.
towel.
We gave dish towels to everybody.
But this is our new Valentine's Day one. And now the dog's ready to come in.
Okay, I'll go get him. But as you can see, it's our XO.
So this is for Valentine's. This will be one of our Valentine's Day ones. This one is listing is up, and we just wanted to mention that we will be on our Instagram and social media. You're going to start to see other things as we expand the inventory beyond the fibery stuff.
Right. And one of the things we're going to be doing is a towel of the month starting in February. So it's going to be a listing that you can get. You'll get 3 towels each month for you to hang out and use. We make our towels on flour sacking. So
It's
it is
100% cotton.
100% cotton. It's really, really good, especially after the first wash. It's very absorbent. It actually dries dishes because sometimes you get dish towels and they do nothing.
Right.
These are really good at drying dishes. 100% cotton. We use a professional.
After the first wash, do not get discouraged if you do not wash it first, because they're treated for sale to look
Right.
pretty and everything like that. So you have to wash the starchy stuff out.
And then we use a professional grade heat press to press the image into the fabric. So it can go through the washing machine. It can go through the dryer under a low tumble dry. And then if you like to iron your tea towels or your dishcloths, just make sure you iron it on the backside. But it is all the instructions, the care instructions come on the package. But they make great things for drying your dishes, for actually drying your dishes. So for the towel of the month, you'll get 3 towels per month. One will be around the holiday within that month, or one of the holidays. This is one of our Valentine's Day ones. And then we will have 2 that have images that are very, indicative of Toad Hollow.
Whimsical.
They will be whimsical. So if you're into that kind of thing, we excuse me.
Hello.
What? Not sure what that was.
It was just like, oh, here I am.
Anyway, so if you're interested in that, the listing will be in the shop, and you can do it.
And it's just part of the growth of Toad Hollow, so we
Right.
wanted to talk about it.
But we had such a good response to our towels at Christmas. We sold a lot of them.
Yeah.
So that it's something that we're going to continue and expand. And we found some really gorgeous illustrators on Etsy that we're working with, and we have the rights to use their images so that we can put them on the towels.
Yeah.
So we're really kind of excited to share some of those. And some of you may have seen some of them already, because the little Tomty gnome with the pig and the goat.
Yeah. And our snowman.
And our snowmen and that sort of thing. Those are some of the people we've been working with. So
And it's fun seeing how certain things go.
Right.
Because we have a lot of images, so and it's an easy enough forum, I guess, that you can try it, and if it doesn't work, it's like, oh, it's a towel.
We have an extra
We
towel.
have an extra towel. There was one style this Christmas I thought that was going to be our thing. That was just going to be the Christmas thing. It was total dud.
Which one?
The Bah Humbugs.
Oh, right. The Bah Humbugs did not do that well.
Thought, and I'm not whining or anything. It's just, it's funny that you have certain things where you think, this is it.
And the one that did the best, hands down, was a mouse with cheese. It's a really cute mouse holding a piece of cheese. I mean, it's really cute.
We were going through the list today because, anyway, we were going through the list of what sold them. It was mouse with cheese, mouse with cheese, mouse with cheese. And, I mean, like the Alice in Wonderland. I know Alice in Wonderland. That's why I did it. I knew Alice in Wonderland was going to be popular. The mouse with cheese was cute, and I just put him on there because he came with a bunch of other images that I liked better.
But the mouse with cheese that's the one.
That's the one. And he's very cute, and I love him. But the Bah Humbug ones, and you can see them in our shop. I love them. And I thought they were so funny, and I thought they were going to do really well.
Right.
And if we sold one of them, that was a lot. And it's again.
It's the pick.
Not complaining,
it's weird.
It's just how you
do it.
How you picture things. Speaking of the towels, if you happen to go on to our website, toadhollowNJ.com, to see them, it's mostly Christmas and the Alice towels. We have not completely transferred all of our towels from Etsy to the new shop yet. So if you want to see a complete collection, they're on Etsy, not the shop yet.
Okay.
We're getting there. Because we're also going to take better pictures. Because one of the things we're learning on those is how to take a better picture of them.
And it's not so much, it's taking the pictures so you see them properly.
Right.
So, yeah. All right. This is something we're really excited about.
Yeah.
Because we've been working on this for a while. We've been talking about it and working on it. And we're still
not perfect, but we're going to show
making some tweaks to it.
So
we were talking, if you saw one of our stories where we say we're working on a new bag and we hope to have it up, and then it didn't come out exactly the way we wanted it to, so we're continuing to tweak, but we wanted to show you, see where we are right now.
Yeah. So this is the new bag style. So it's like, and this is the small one. There's a bigger one.
There's a bigger one.
But
it has a pocket on the front.
We're doing our prototype out of the small one. So it's made out of like a canvasy fabric. It's got the pocket in the front, and then, but it's to hold. I mean, it can be a purse or a carry-all bag if you're not a knitter. But for knitters and crafty people, it's like a carry-all, or if you have like a Afghan.
Right.
Because it's I thought it was the perfect thing. You take it, you carry it, you sit it next to your chair, and you can have it open while you're working and pull right out of it.
Right.
Kind of thing. So this is as far as we have gotten.
So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to be adding a zipper pocket inside.
Yeah, there'll be a zipper pocket. We've got the hardware, so we're gonna do a nice
magnetic snap.
Because the snaps we've used in the past have been plastic ones, and they're perfect for the
that
particular uses.
Bag,
but this bag we wanted to have better hardware. So that's going to have
metal
a nice magnetic snap. One of the things that's been bothering me with this one is I like the wooden handles, and I sanded them down. I don't like them
this color.
Naked wood.
Right.
So we're going to stain them like a mapley darker wood. So the handles will be stained. And I think those were like the three main things, right?
I think the only other thing we might want to do is do a slightly bigger box bottom.
I like, you like a bigger bottom. I like this bottom.
Right.
Because it's not, I think you're going to add too much bulk.
Okay. We're going to fill it full of yarn and see.
Yeah.
As you can see, it still is in the prototype. However, we fully plan to have some of these for our trunk show at Chelsea Yarns.
And we bought special fabric for it.
Oh, we have some beautiful fabric for it.
Actually, there was someone who, we put up the fabric online, and she wanted to buy whatever we were doing in the penguin fabric because she's a penguin freak. And I told her that she couldn't have it because I hadn't designed the bag yet. So this is the bag you're going to buy.
Right.
So yeah, we just wanted to show. Brand new bag. We have another bag style that is done, and I can't show you the prototype on that because that's a secret. But we'll have ones
that will also be at the trunk
Chelsea
show
Yarns.
at Chelsea Yarns. So you'll be seeing those. And
but
we have
as we make them, we'll also put them online.
Right.
We're not going to hold them off just for the trunk show. So.
We also will be doing a new to us notions pouch that
Yes.
we're working on.
Yep.
So we're getting that done too. So we have a couple of new things coming for 2019 that we're kind of excited about.
Right. And this one's really, it's going to be a cool bag.
Yeah.
Have to figure it all out. But
I
in the
ironed out
meantime,
the last bits of kinks.
I have a really cool polka dot bag
Yeah.
with cats inside.
I love it. Love the fabric. It's really, really
Yeah.
cool.
So.
Some of you may recognize that from Chelsea's bags from last year.
Right.
Because this is some of the fabric that we had for that.
So,
Yeah.
I
All
believe
right.
we are encroaching on 2 hours,
Oh my God.
and we apologize for that, because who wants, never mind.
No, you do. It's, hey, I get to spend 2 hours hanging out with the
Right.
toads.
So, I think that is it.
We at the end?
We are at the end of the show notes.
All right. I think we've covered everything.
Right. We have mentioned a lot of things. So we will have show notes on the website.
On the website and underneath, we'll put them in
We'll put the links underneath?
YouTube.
Okay.
While you edit, I will
Maybe it's
put it into
the show notes.
the
way.
show notes.
I do all the edit. This one's gonna be a big edit.
Yeah.
YouTube's gonna love me when I try and upload this one.
The last one we uploaded was what?
2 minutes.
Under 20 minutes, and
No, the last one we did. Oh yeah, it was under 20 minutes. It was the Where Have They Been?
right,
Yeah.
and it's just it went up in no time at
Yeah.
all. This one may take a little bit longer, but it's okay. All right.
So
Have a wonderful week, everybody.
hope everybody's had a great start to 2019.
Yeah, here's to a crafty, productive 2019.
Yep.
You know, we're gonna make epic stuff happen.
Yeah, this is our epic year.
This is our year of epic. We are gonna have an epic year, so I hope everybody is having a wonderful day and go forth and knit.
Go forth and knit, everybody. Have a great
Bye.
weekend.